All right, this is it. My name's Jeff K, and you're listening to episode 422 of the world-famous West Virginia Surf Report podcast.
Is way out of line.
Today's my birthday. I'm wearing a sash and a crown. In fact, it's not just my birthday, it's my birthday week. It's all about me. It's all about me. My birthday month. November is my birthday month. My sash, I've been wearing it all. I've been wearing this thing since November 1st, so it's a little raggedy. It's a little stained. It's got some mustard got some mustard stains on my sash. But today's my birthday. It's my birthday week. It's all about me, baby. So, anyway, you know what I did on my birthday so far? That's right. Sat in my chair, drank coffee, looked at my phone for baseball news, etc., and then ordered deep on the Domino's website or app, they have this coupon tab. Deep in the bowels, up the anus of the Domino's app. There's these coupons, all these coupons, like dozens of them, and and they don't advertise them. I mean, they're on there, but you have to dig for them. And there's one. It's a large 3-topping New York style. And it costs $10.99, and it's in there. It's hidden in there. You have to dig for it. It's way up the anus of the Domino's website. And anyway, so that's what. So man, you talk about a party animal. I mean, I'm burning the candles at both ends. You know, sitting in my chair, eating. Me and Toney polished up a large Domino's. She ate 2 pieces. I ate the rest of it. It was good. So I think we're going to go out to Backyard Ale House after I finish here with you guys and have a couple beers, you know. That's going to be it. At this age, I mean, there's no, birthday. Whatever. So my parents called me. That was nice. Paul McCartney. I forgot to mention. Paul McCartney texted me this morning, wishing me a happy birthday. What do you think about that? That's right. I'm not kidding. He texted me. He said, "Hey, Jeff, they say it's your birthday." Okay, I just want to let you know that Paul McCartney texted me. He stays in touch. We're tight, you know. He texts me every once in a while, and he's not real good at texting back. I mean, when I text him, I don't get anything back. But he texts me. It's kind of a one-way street, but whatever. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, he's Paul McCartney. You know, I'm just Jeff K. But he wished me happy birthday. So, and some of my friends wished me happy birthday. Yeah, when I say some, that means not all. Okay? That's all I'll say about that. But anyway, so today's a big day. I got my sash and my crown. All right. So what we got here in the old list here? Thanksgiving's in the rearview mirror, which is good. I'm not a big fan of those. I'm not really. I know you guys are probably going to think, God, what an ass, you know. But I'm not a big fan of those holidays where it's just pure sackism, where everybody's just laying around the house. Yeah, there's good food. That's good. That's always good. Good food is always good. In fact, mediocre food's good. You know, I'm not a discerning eater, as you know. But anyway, I don't like the laying around the house. Everybody's just, I mean, there's lethargy. There's just runaway lethargy, you know. and nobody leaves the house, and everybody's in a different room. Sometimes everybody's together. I don't know. It's too long. It just goes on and on. Like one of the boys down here playing video games, which means I can't really go into my office because it's right, my office is right connected to the family room downstairs, So one of them's always down here playing video games, or both of them, and so I just gotta sit upstairs basically and look at my phone, I know, that's what people are like. Family together time. I know, and that's something, that's something that people aspire to. I don't know. I like it to a certain extent, but hours and hours of family together time, I don't know, I'm ready to go back to work. But, am I terrible? Am I terrible? A few minutes ago, I was upstairs, and I was sitting there talking to Toney, and I said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I want to record a podcast right now. What do you want to do after? Because I don't want to sit around this house again. So I don't want to sit around this house of lethargy again." She goes, "Well, let's go get a birthday beer at the Backyard Ale House." I said, "Yeah, hell yeah, now you're talking." So I was sitting there talking to her. We were discussing this, and the cat, Mr. Whiskers, Charlie Whiskers, the kitty, he just goes off on a tangent, just suddenly, for no reason that I know of. He just springs into action, jumps up on he uses my gut as a springboard, goes over my head, he jumps and uses my gut, to spring himself up over my head, and he's up on the windowsill, over my head. He was flying over my head. Toney was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "What in the hell?" That thing is acting crazy. That shit is wild. Sometimes he's either lazy and drowsy, which is most of the time, and then other times he's going crazy. He's like a nut, But I guess that's just the way cats are. I don't know, but it caught me off guard. I've never, I not generally speaking, I don't really like my gut to be used as a springboard, but it is all right, I guess. I guess I could roll with it. But so he's up there. I was just up there a few minutes ago, and he's asleep on Toney's lap now. So that's his favorite place to be. He just spent hours and hours sleeping on our bed. The mail came early this morning, and I answered I went out there to get the mail. Whole bunch of packages. Apparently, there's people in this house doing a lot of online shopping, and that does not include me. But anyway, and so there's a bunch of packages on the porch and mail in the mailbox. And as soon as I opened the door, the cat, I guess he was just sitting right outside the door, just rocketed in the house. And he ran straight upstairs, jumped up on the bed, went to sleep. What the hell? It's cold. It is cold. The hawk is out. Are you familiar with that phrase? The hawk is out. That's a phrase that I don't know where that came from, but I used to hear people say it. The hawk is out, and the hawk is out. It's out right now. The wind's blowing. It's cold. The hawk is not only out; it's swooping. That shit's swooping and doing loop-de-loops. You know what I'm saying? The hawk is doing loop-de-loops. That's what I want you guys to know. It's cold, windy. Just goes right through. You walk outside and it's oh God, just goes straight to your skeleton. Man, that's rough. The hawk is out. You familiar with that phrase? Is that a phrase that you have heard before? I think it's relevant. I've asked people about it at work, and they just look at me like I'm a mental patient, which I get that a lot, but. Anyway, so it's cold, but we're gonna go to the Backyard Ale House and have a couple beers, maybe one of those pretzels. They have really good food there. They have appetizers, and one of the things we get is a pretzel. It's actually 3 smallish pretzels. Well, they're not real small, but it's not one giant one. You ever see those ones that they hang on a hook? They bring it out. It's a giant pretzel hung on a hook. You know what I'm saying? it's hanging vertical above a plate. It's got some kind of a harness, or it's got like some kind of like a, it's got some kind of hardware, it's a pretzel. It's a giant pretzel hook. But anyway, these are laying on a plate, but they have all these dipping sauces. Really good. These things are good. And they always have good beer. We're going to go there for a birthday celebration. Yeah, we just use that as an excuse to go because we love it. We love going there. So anyway, let's see what else I got here. I broke one of Tony's favorite mugs the other day. Felt terrible about it. She was standing right there too. I was getting ready to do the dishes. It irritates me sometimes. I know I mentioned it multiple times, but I have to, for some reason, somehow that it became my job to do the dishes. So. And I don't know how this happens. Things just happen through the years. I also make the bed. You know why I make the bed? Because it's important to me to make the bed. I hate getting into a unmade bed, and I don't like walking by a room with an unmade bed in it. That's just the way I am. Toney, on the other hand, nah, not that. The conviction is not that strong on that matter. So I make it every day. I've been doing it for decades. I make it every day, and that's fine. I mean, I can understand that, but somehow through the years, we have a dishwasher, but that shit doesn't work. We got it fixed over and over again. I told you about that too. The way the thing is situated. Whoever built that kitchen, whoever put that kitchen in, did it wrong because there's too much distance between the sink and the dishwasher, and then so there's a clogging problem. You have to basically wash the dishes before you put the dishes in there to be washed. Do you know what I mean? Because just a speck of food or whatever. We'll clog that thing up, and then we gotta bring somebody in here, and it costs $75 or more. It's probably more now. It's probably $100. Some guy come in here just to walk across our threshold. It costs $100, and then he goes. It doesn't matter who it is. It's not always the same guy, but whoever it is comes in here, and they go, "Who put this in here like this? It's too far. It needs to be close to the sink. This is too far." You're just going to continuously have problems. So we got that thing fixed probably 5 times, or maybe even more, through the years. And at some point we said, "To hell with this. We're not doing it anymore. Let's hand wash everything." It's just like ridiculous. We're just like, we could have a live-in dishwasher. We could have somebody that lives here. It might be an exaggeration. That just washes dishes. That's all, It's not, that doesn't make any sense. But you know what I'm saying? We spent thousands of dollars. I bet we spent way more than the value of the dishwasher. Double probably. Whatever the value of the dishwasher is, we probably spent twice that maintaining it. It's frustrating. So anyway, we hand wash everything like it's 1952. We hand wash everything, and for years it was something where one of us would do it or the other one would do it, and at some point through the years, it just became 100% my job. Right? Although Toney did wash them today, probably because of my birthday. That was my birthday gift, but she washed them this morning. So I was getting ready to wash dishes, and there's a whole process. I have it down to a science. I am a master, just as I am a master at the ATM, and just as I'm a master at the self-checkout. I am a master at the dishwashing. I'm very good at it. It takes prep. There's prep that has to be done. You can't just have everything just sitting on the counter all willy-nilly. You have to have the silverware together. You have to get all the silverware together. You have to have the glasses and cups together. You have to have dishes, bowls, that kind of stuff. And then you have to have like pots and pans. This is in order too. This is the way you wash them. You wash them silverware first, cups, glasses, bowls, plates, that kind of stuff. And then you got pots and pans, and then plastics go last. And you do it, and so you get everything lined up. You take everything out of the sink. That's another thing. That's another battle I fight. Everybody wants to put stuff in the sink, and I tell them, don't put anything in the sink. If it needs to be washed, put it on the counter. Don't put it in the sink. And every time, without fail, there's stuff in the sink. It's another battle. Another frustrating battle that I fight on a daily basis. And so anyway, I get it all lined up, right? I get it all lined up, and then I just start in on it, and I just power through it. I can do it pretty fast. After you get it all sorted, mister, you just do it in that order. You can power through it. You get a lot of it done fast, So anyway, I was in the sorting part of it. And I was moving stuff around on the counter. I was moving all the glasses and cups together and mugs together. And I pushed her mug that was sitting there, her favorite mug. It's a gray mug. I think it might have come from Target, or it might have come from Pier 1. Or, as a girl in Atlanta that we used to work with called it, Prior 1. I don't know what the hell. It's called Pier 1. She thought it was Prior 1. I don't know what the hell's going on there. She also said that she bought a new couch, and it was brand new. She bought it at like some kind of like flea market or something. But she told us it was brand new. It still had the plasket on it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I was moving the stuff on the counter, and I was like, basically just shoving all the mugs together. Her mug was like, there was like something on it, like something. It was kind of like slightly stuck to the counter. You know what I'm saying? There's something on the bottom of it. Probably coffee ran down. She drinks like sugar in her coffee, so it was probably kind of like sticky. You know what I mean? And it was slightly stuck to the counter. And when I shoved it, it tipped. Instead of sliding, it tipped over, and it broke the handle off. And she was standing right there. And and I was like, oh my God. I know it was our favorite mug. That's her, like, people have favorite mugs. I have a favorite. I have my favorite mugs. And I'd be upset, right, if one of them broke, Shit happens. I've broken stuff that it's irritating. But she flew into a rage. Well, not a rage. I don't want to oversell it. But she goes, that was my favorite mug, And I felt terrible about it already, I felt bad about it. As soon as it happened, I was like, oh, God, I broke her favorite mug. I felt bad about it. And then she was like, that's my favorite mug. And I said, I didn't do it on purpose. She goes, what are you doing? I was like, oh, my God, pissing me off. It went from, I feel bad about this to, yelling at me. I didn't do it. You think I did it on purpose? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so then I felt afterwards, I flew into a, I don't want to oversell. We weren't yelling at each other, but she was she was clearly irritated, and I was like, forget it. I said, God, and I got pissed, and then we're kind of arguing about it. I said, I didn't break it on purpose. My God. So then I was trying to find it. I tried to find the exact same mug on eBay. I'm still looking for it. I found a set of 5. It's the same mug. It says it's from Target, so I think that's where it's from. because they sell a bunch of coffee mugs there. They're all real big, you know. This one was pretty sizable. It's not huge, but it's pretty sizable. And she got it from I think it came from Target. According to this eBay, it says it's from Target. It's the same mug, but it was 5 of them. I don't need 5 of them. And it was $55. I'm not paying $55. And I don't need 5 mugs. But I'm going to keep searching. I'm going to find it. Even though she yelled at me. And, you know, I probably would have done the same thing. I probably would have said, what the hell? It's my favorite. What the hell? I think that's just a normal reaction. You know, we're tightly wound around this place. I mean, it's nonstop. The insanity and the chaos. So then we lash out at each other, which is not really. Instead of lashing out at you know, the source of our anguish, we lash out at each other. It's not, you know, it's not great. That's not something you should do. It's not something I would recommend. But we do. For the most part, we get along. But, you know, like she said after that flare-up, she said, well, just look how well we got along in Myrtle Beach, you know? You know, just think about that. I said, yeah, we had fun. We have fun when it was just the 2 of us. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. But I feel terrible about it. It's one of those things, it's going to be one of those things, and I have thousands of them, that's going to pop into my head for the rest of my life, at least until the Alzheimer's kicks in, when I don't remember anything. And I'm going to be going, oh, God, oh. That shit happens to me all the time. Like, I'll think of something I said, or something I did, or something I didn't do and should have, and I just go, oh, God, you know. Are you there? Do you have that, too? I hope. I mean, I think most people do. But anyway, I do have a call. I have a call that came in over the hotline, and I'm gonna share that with you right now. Here it is.
Hi, Jeff. This is Jill from Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. First of all, I would like to wish you a happy birthday. I know it's November 30th, and you will be 62. You're young, you're not old, and you should stop saying on the air how old you are. You're very young at heart, I can tell that. I'm 75 years old, and I don't think I'm old because I'm young at heart also. And I have a few things here. The Myrtle Beach trip was fantastic. I listened to it more than once. You took great notes. I laughed from almost beginning to end, and doing that trip in 2 parts was really, I looked forward to the part 2 after the first part. So please keep traveling. Also, you mentioned in the last episode about Facebook. Well, I have a name for Facebook. I call it Face Ass, and you have my permission to call it that from now on. And I think the people on there, they have keyboard courage, or they're keyboard courage cowboys, if that makes any sense. I will have nothing to do with that. If my friends want to text me, which is fast and easy, pictures, chat, whatever, I will not go on Face Ass. And another little thing today I heard about the baseball trades and these people who they complain about the front office. They don't like the trades. Well, I call them armchair admirals, and that goes way back. I got that from my father many years ago. I agree with you. You and I have very much in common, even though I am old. And I wonder what you think of Toney. He won the Cy Young Award. And as a Philly fan, I really think our Zach Wheeler should have won it because he's a humble winner. And Toney shows off and calls attention to himself. and tips his hat left and right and points to himself. What do you think of players who act like that? That never happened before. Never. And I don't know why they allow it now.
Thanks, Jill. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. I mean, you and Paul McCartney wish me happy birthday. I appreciate that. You know, you guys, I mean, when I think of Paul McCartney, I think of you and vice versa. So it makes sense. I'm kidding. I don't even know what that means. I'm not even clear what that means. But, yeah, thank you. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Yeah, I don't know. 62, I don't know. I mean, I told you, when I was in grade school, there was this girl I talked to all the time. She was really into like Mad Magazine, the stuff, same stuff I liked. We were on the same wavelength. Her name was Janet, and I remember having a conversation with her, and she and I were talking about how old we'd be in the year 2000. And we were like, 37? Be 37 years old. And we were like, oh my God, I can't even imagine being that old. We have one foot in the grave. We were saying stuff like that. 37? Wonder where we'll be. Wonder what will happen. We'll have a whole world, a whole life of experiences by that point. I don't know if we were going that deep into it. But we were having those kinds of feelings, Probably couldn't articulate it at that point, but so 62. I mean, I don't know. It's not super old, I guess. But ask somebody that's in their 20s what they think about the matter. I know the people in their 20s don't rule the world, but it's pretty old. 62's. I mean, I could retire. I could get Social Security at this point if I wanted to. I'm not going to. Can't afford to. Oh, I've got quite an overhead going here. I got responsibilities. I'm somewhat resentful of some of them. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that's not going to happen. Not at 62, that's for sure. I don't know. My dad said, take it at 62, retire and, enjoy life while you're still relatively young and healthy and stuff. And I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to do that? It's impossible. It's not going to happen. I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, but that's not going to happen. But anyway, you say I'm not old, but I could get Social Security. So I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. It's not that old. 62 is not that old. Like if I hear, I think people I don't know, just think of some celebrity that's 62. I don't think of them as old. I don't know, whatever. But thank you for your thoughts, Jill. I appreciate that. The Myrtle Beach trip, I'm glad you enjoyed that. Did you enjoy the part where I fell down and couldn't get back up because I'm a swaddling hog? That's another one of those things. Oh God, God. When I think back on it, fell down at the miniature golf course. That shit ridiculous. Anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I did take good notes. I am very proud of my notes. That's the way I used to be. When I was doing when the website was kicking, and I would take really good notes everywhere I went. I have these little booklets, these little notebooks that I put in my shirt pocket, and I write down the stuff I want to remember, because I don't remember stuff. I think I'm going to remember it, and then I don't. So I was very proud. I went back to my old habits of taking very good notes. So I appreciate that. Thank you. And Facebook, you call it face ass. That's good. I like that. I enjoy that. That's true. I don't. Facebook. I tell Toney all the time, why do I keep looking at this? Why do I keep reading this? It just makes me mad every time. It irritates me, and it's just. I mean, people are cynical, super cynical, and it's negative, super negative. I don't know why that particular social media platform is so bad in that regard. Yeah, I mean, all of them have their faults, but Facebook or face ass It's the most cynical, negative, shitty, that's just, I don't know. I don't know why I keep looking at it. I look at it every day, and every day I'm like, oh my God, irritated. Getting irritated, these people. And then there's all kinds of politics on there that irritates me too. Like, it doesn't matter what you're looking at. Somebody inserts, like the other day, all right, so I was reading this. It wasn't even on Facebook, I don't think. It was on that stupid-ass Threads. Have you ever used that? I think. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was one of the social medias. Social media, is that right? I don't know. Whatever. Maybe Threads, maybe Facebook. But somebody said, what's your favorite curse word? And the very first answer was Kamala. It's like, what the hell is that? Why don't you shut your ass? God. It's like, what the hell is that? That's stupid. It's not funny, and you need to quit obsessing over everything. Like, it doesn't matter what the question. If somebody asks a question on there, it's going to be some asshole on there taking shots at one side or the other, And it's not political. It's not even a political question. It's what's your favorite curse word? Kamala. Whoo, man, that's good. Blow it straight out your ass, high pressure. Put your whole abdomen behind it. Blow it out your, you know what I'm saying? It's face ass. You're right. That's exactly what it is. Keyboard courage. That's right. People, it's those baseball guys. Those people. They go on there. They're tough guys. As long as we have this front office, this ownership group, the Cincinnati Reds will never. Boring. Suck all the fun out of everything. Trying to use baseball as an escape. What's wrong with that? That's what it's for. It's what sports are for. To escape the real world. And you got to go in there and just shit all over everything. Just blow diarrhea all over everything. It was front office. Oh, my God. Stop it. I think I'm going to have to delete face ass. I think I really do. I'm going to have to, close down my account and delete face ass out of my world. I think we're reaching that point. So Toney, he won MVP, right? He won the Most Valuable Player award. I don't know. He didn't even pitch this year. He's not. He's hurt. He got hurt. Didn't he have like a Tommy John or something? He didn't pitch this year, but he had a great year at the plate, and he won the MVP. He won the Most Valuable Player award in the National League for the Dodgers, of course. And I don't know, I have a hard time with a lot of that showboating and all that stuff that happened. I was a huge baseball fan, obsessed with it, for many years. And then I started having kids, and we moved to California. We had two young kids. We had children, and I completely detached from baseball. There is a big gap in my knowledge. There are players that now that they're the other day they released the list of these are the people who are going to be considered for the Baseball Hall of Fame, and I don't know who these people are. I might recognize some of the names, but I don't know really who they are because I was completely 100% detached from baseball for 20 years probably, And you could accuse me, well, you're not really a baseball fan. If you could walk away from it for 20 years, I guess, whatever, you can say whatever you want. But now I'm back into it. I've been back into it for a few years, and I'm deeply, obsessed with it, just like I used to be. But and I had a hard time when I came back after my lost weekend, my 20-year lost weekend. When I came back, a lot of stuff had changed. There was a lot of showboating. bat flips and, all these, when they, I don't even know how to describe it, do all this hand motions and shit, like somebody gets a double and they're out there flapping their arms like a bird and like rowing a boat and all this stuff. Like, what the hell's going on? And basically running it's so slow, like pimping a home run and all this stuff, and these weird handshakes and leaps in the air and all this stuff. Yeah, it's like, what? I hate this. Where'd this come from? What is this crap? I don't like the showboating. But I have kind of gotten used to it, so it doesn't bug me as much as it did at the beginning when I first came back after the last weekend. It doesn't bug me as much, but it still bugs me. If somebody did that stuff back in the old days. Somebody like Nolan Ryan would put a fastball in your ribs. Half that stuff that these guys do, all this showboating. Next time you came to the plate, the pitcher would throw one behind your head, or they plunk you right in the ribs. You get a fastball to the ribs, and then that's what you get for that. Now it's just accepted, and it's just part of the game. I don't know. I don't really like it either, but I've gotten a little bit used to it, and accepting of it. I guess whatever. Everything changes. But anyway, I love baseball. It's the only thing, keeps me sane. I'm not saying it's the only thing, but it's something. It's a big part of keeping me sane. And it's something like in the morning, I can just like sit there and read Major League MLB trade rumors and MLB.com and Red Leg Nation, which is a Reds website, or the Athletic. I just read baseball stuff. It's like I can turn my brain off and just focus on baseball. Love it. I love it. I couldn't care less about any other sport. Don't have a favorite team. Don't follow it. Don't watch it. Couldn't give a single comma-shaped shitlet about any other sport except baseball. Baseball's the only one. And that's the one I have a burning passion for. But anyway, thank you, Jill, for calling, and I appreciate it. And thanks for the birthday wishes, and I appreciate you saying I'm not old. And I'm glad that you still feel young. I mean, 75 is not even that. My parents are like 83, And I don't know. I mean, they're getting up there, but I don't think of them as like ancient. So I don't know. You're right. You're right. Sometimes it shocks me at my age. Just the number shocks me. So anyway, thank you for calling in, Jill. Call me back whenever you want. And if the rest of you want to call in, you can do that as well. The number, 570-290-8151. Give me a call around the clock. It's voicemail, and you can respond to something I said or ask me a question or give me a little advice on life. Whatever you want to do. 570-290-8151. Also, if you want 2 episodes a week instead of a measly one, and I say a week, things are getting a little. I don't want to make excuses, but my job and circumstances makes it difficult to stay on track. But I'm trying. So every time I publish one to the main network, a few days later there's another one for patrons only. So every other one is for patrons, and if you want to be a patron and tap into that rich vein of ridiculousness, there's probably over 200 episodes of there is over 200 episodes that's only available to patrons, full-length episodes just like this one. If you want to tap into that, you can do it today by signing up for a $4 or more monthly donation at Patreon. That's Patreon, patreon.com/JeffK. $4 will do it. You can contribute more if you want to. I appreciate anything and everything. But $4 will unlock the audio, so do it today. patreon.com/JeffK. And surfreportpod.com is the web home of the podcast. I post expanded show notes, photographs, links, what have you, value-added service, support materials. So if you want to check that out, do it today. Surfreportpod.com. Don't really like the way that website looks. Is there any web designers out there who might be able to spruce that shit up a little bit for me? Looks kind of dull. I mean, it's fine. It functions. It's a very functional website. I don't have any problem with that. It's just it needs a little something. Needs a little somebody that's artistic. So anyway, surfreportpod.com. And we're at the end of this thing. Thank you guys for listening. And until next time, which will be over on the Patreon side, hope you guys have yourselves a fine, fine day. I'll see ya. Bye. In fact, mediocre food's good.